Oh, g'day guys and girls. I'm just doing another review again today. Yeah, oh, that's bloody 2 in a row. Bloody brilliant. Anyway, my review today is on tyres. Tyres are like arseholes, they say, and everybody's got one. And the choice of that, it's on what you like and what you don't like. So anyway, my current choice of tyres is what I'm going to go through. I'm running the Motoz's. The Motoz's aren't a cheap tyre. They're not a massively expensive tyre. You know, you're looking, you know, if you put them into a shop, you're looking at high 2s. If you do them yourself, you're looking at mid to low 2s. So, yeah. Anyway, let's crack on. Okay, the first one I'll get on with is the Motoz Adventure. This is the first one I tried, just the normal Adventure. Not a bad 50-50 tyre. In the bush, it's pretty good. Side traction's not too bad, as you can see. I didn't actually spin this tyre all the way down to zero. It's probably got like 500 k's or something left on it. I got about 4,000 out of it. Probably would have got 4.5. Probably would have got 5 out of it. So it's probably the longest one I had tread wise. Is the Adventure. Okay. I could say on wet asphalt it was very dicey. It was a very dicey tyre on wet asphalt. For some reason, I don't know why, but it's not very good on wet asphalt, the Motoz Adventure. Okay, and then I went to the Motoz Desert HT. Okay, the Tractionatior HT, Desert HT. You can see that this is definitely a lot more knobby orientated, off-road orientated. You can see there it probably had a few 100 k's left on it. This tyre wore pretty quick. Got about 3,000, might have got 3.5. Awesome tyre off-road. It's just got so much traction, side traction. It sticks like shit to a blanket. It's just fantastic. It's the only problem with this tyre, it's noisy as like so noisy on road. When I first put it on, I thought I had a gone wheel bearing. That's how noisy it was. It's really good off-road, but on-road it's so noisy. So it's not a good on-road tyre. It's one of those tyres you have a short distance to get to off-road. So probably not an ideal tyre for the Super Dual. I'd say more, you know, your RS 650 or your 500, where you're going to do a little bit of road just to ride off-road. But a super traction-y tyre. And even on wet tar, this tyre is really good. I've ridden it through the desert, I've ridden it through the snow, and for some reason, even on wet tar, it gives great traction, but just noisy. The latest is what I'm running now, which is the Rallz, the awesome Rallz. Now this tyre is probably in between the Desert HT and the Adventure. Not quite as good as traction as the Desert HT Tractionator, but definitely better than the Adventure. And it actually is better on wet tar than the Adventure. And it's not noisy, or as noisy. I don't really notice much noise on road, and it's great off-road. I reckon it's the best. Now I don't think I'll get as good a life as the Adventure. I'd say, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe 5.5, and I'll probably get 4.5 out of that. So probably about 1,000 k's less, 500 or 1,000 k's less than the Adventure. But I just think a way better tyre. I know that one of the guys on the SWM forum asked about the Rallz and traction. Yeah, I found it a bit dicey in mud, but I don't know. I mean, it's a compromise. You probably wouldn't have got that with the Desert HT. It just has more traction. So anyway, that's my take on the tyres. The latest tyre I'm running, well, this is the only tyre I've run on the front, with the exception of the OME tyres, is the M21 Pirelli. This is just an unbelievable freak of nature tyre. It's a freak of nature. It sticks like shit in the twisties on tar, wet tar, sticks like shit on dirt, mud, and they're cheap. The Pirelli M21s are a cheap tyre. They're not expensive, and they've been around for like years. And I've got about 10,000 k's out of this now. And look at it. It's just you can see it's starting to cup a little bit, but it's been an unbelievable tyre. I've probably got another 1,000 k's in that. Rightio, so there you go. There's my opinion on my front and my rear Motozes. And as a bonus, I've even put my 1917 rims in here when I run them. And these are the Shinko 804 805s. Now, I find these aren't a bad tyre. They're cheap. They're really well priced. For somebody who's doing 50-50 riding, I'd say they're not bad. They're not the best on wet roads. You've got to be really careful. They're a little bit slippery. The front seems to be better than the rear. And they're not bad off-road. That's if you ride it, like, you know, if you ride them, if you just cruise along on the dirt, they're fine. But if you're a real gun rider, well, I'm not saying I'm a gun rider, but if you ride really aggressively, then they're probably not the best tyres to use. A mate of mine I went away with, he was using he put the Rallz on his 1917s, and that seemed to have pretty good traction. But you know, tyres don't make you a better rider. They help, but just getting out and riding your bike, that makes you a better rider, not tyres. You know what they say, all the gear and no idea. Yeah. Okay, so getting out and riding your bike improves your riding, not the crap you put on it. It helps, but it's really not the main thing. Get out there and ride. So anyway, there you go, guys. That's my take on tyres. Take it or leave it. I know all these tyre debate, wars have been started over tyre debates, but that's just my take. Everybody's got their preferences, but anyway, hope you enjoyed my video on tyres. Good on you guys and girls. See you next time.